morning, sir. You started the day very early today, around 6:30 a.m. We are following it. So, क्या था सुबह? We saw you in the fish market and then boating. What was the?
Yeah, today is Mart Pongal.
Okay.
Next day of Pongal, Mart Pongal. So today, generally people will buy fish and mutton and all these non-veg. Generally they will eat. So this is the kind of pattern here.
Okay.
So because of that, in the early morning, there was a lot of crowding at the Nagapattinam fish market. It's a big fish market. A lot of fishermen get this fresh fish from the deep seas. So everyone gathers there to buy. So a lot of crowding is there, so that also needs to be monitored from law and order point of view. Yeah. So I had gone there to just check whether the police is there or not, things are going in orderly manner or not. So all the offices today, being a Matu Pongal, will be on rounds, and there are chances of that drunken disturbances, like drunken hurt cases, to come. So to attend that, all the officers will be moving, will be on rounds. For every 3 police stations, we have kept a DSP and a quick response team, QRT. So they go and attend the issue immediately so that it doesn't escalate. If anything happens, the issues are immediately secured. It doesn't escalate into something big. So today is a very sensitive day in terms of law and order point of view.
कुछ पुराने बातों में वापस चलते हैं. This location is very nice. Let's stand here.
Yeah.
शुरुआत कहाँ से हुआ था? You were born where and how things went? क्या क्या किए?
I was born in Varanasi.
Okay.
So my father is from Azamgarh. My mother is from Jaunpur. Both are adjacent districts.
अच्छा.
And my father cleared UPSC in his first attempt.
Okay.
So he cleared UPSC prelims in his first attempt.
Okay.
Once he cleared UPSC prelims, so word spread that boy is very bright. Catch them young. So my Nana, maternal grandfather, and they came and they asked for this boy in hand, and they fixed the marriage, and the marriage was done.
Okay.
And when I was born, like my father had given the second attempt. He cleared prelims second attempt. Then he cleared the main second attempt.
Okay.
So when I was about to be born, maybe in 6th or 7th month, my father gave an interview for IAS for UPSC. You would have heard story of Abhimanyu. I don't know. Might have some correlation, but since childhood I had a huge crush, inclination, love, passion for this service, for UPSC. Something used to kick me in a different zone. Hearing about it, watching, seeing this thing, bureaucracy. Or so my father couldn't clear in the second attempt. Then in third attempt he cleared prelims, but he couldn't clear mains. That was over. That time there were only 3 attempts. Then he had given as backup exam one exam called UDA, it's Clerical Services in Secretariat Services in Lucknow. So
State service.
Secretariat Clerical Services. He had given that exam. So when he didn't clear the third attempt, he was on the virtue of this thing, on the verge of going back to the village. He was being supported not by his father, by his uncle.
Okay.
Father was a farmer. His uncle was in police. So he was supported by the head constable. That uncle was supporting him. So that was on the verge of that you should return to village and let the younger generation come and prepare. So, but luckily within 15 days this exam result came, this clerical exam. So he joined clerical services. It came as a respite. So he joined, he started getting some basic salaries, he got some bit settled. While he kept on giving state exams, he cleared. He joined the state civil services. So that is the thing. So I had very strong inclination, passion, orientation. I don't know, from childhood I would read GS, I would watch news while my family members or my cousins, everyone will go to Nani's house in summer vacations. They will only watch, they had other interests. I will watch news, TV, I will read newspaper full. I will discuss the current events with my Nana, with my Mama, long hours. Government, as a third class, third or fourth student. In third or fourth class, I was at that level. So some orientation tests were there. But the thing was, academically, I became pretty weak over time. Like, maths was a very Achilles heel. Maths, I secured 4 marks when I was in class 8. I remember.
Achha.
Got good beating from my father. So maths was very weak. With 10th, 11th, I realized that I have to work hard in this also. I worked hard to a certain level, but the passion to which I was excited for this service was not for that. So after this thing, 12th, everyone does BTech. Did BTech from JSS Noida. BTech also means I was not passionate about it. I cleared the exams, worked hard basically, just basic level, not to the highest level. Then after clearing BTech, then there was this thing, Papa bole MBA kar lo. I had asked once ki UPSC, so he said no, UPSC is a very difficult exam. You go there 15 days, you will stay there and you will run away.
Achha.
You will run away 15 days, man. It's very hard exam, not easy to clear, and you will run away and all these things. And writing, तुम्हारी चिड़िया की टांग जैसी writing है तुम्हारी. चिड़िया की टांग जैसी writing कैसे निकालोगे? तो you're like, he would be in this thing, worry for his son.
Okay.
Now in hindsight I realize that if I am there, I would also worry for the future. That is very difficult exam. So if he doesn't clear, he will go in depression. His career will go. His life will be destroyed. Every parent will think like that. So it was not actually meant to discourage, but it was to, from his perspective, ensure that I am well settled and no without any problem. But that Apple founder, this Steve Jobs, is one this convocation address you would have heard. What he said that don't go by dogma of others. Others have a dogma. He had this experience, whatever. That dogma set in that you cannot do it. In the hindsight, I realized that it's nothing like that. It's about your own convictions plus the degree to which you are ready to take the feedback and improve yourself. For example, I had a very poor handwriting.
Okay.
Till 3 attempts, I wrote in the same manner, and I used to hold pen like this.
Okay.
This and this, like this. Okay. Everyone hold like this. I had this from childhood. I used to till 30 years. I used to hold pen like this. My sister told get some writing help. Because writing is a problem. That's why you're not clearing mains. I didn't. I said, how can I take a change in my handwriting? It's impossible. So after that, eventually, when I'm meeting with the failures, third attempt also didn't clear. Like this, there might be some fault in me. At the end of the 4th mains, I joined the handwriting class. He told me to change the orientation to hold pen like this. I said, how is this possible?
But it was not easy.
I left the class. Again, the road didn't clear. Then I thought, because I want to become this, maybe not UPSC in the state services, then I have to improve my handwriting. Whatever it takes, let's try. So I would go to that, I will go to those classes and daily 2 hours I will sit with the kids. 5-year-old, 4-year-old, 10-year-old also. They will be writing ABCD. The 30-year-old man is sitting there and writing ABCD, practicing. They will do cursive writing sheets. You will practice. Then they will give to the ma'am. She will correct. This is the oh, you have to move like that, move like this. You will do it. So for almost 1 year, daily 2 hours I did regularly. Do that regularly. Everyone was laughing. ये अभी तो लाखी अटेम्प्ट है इसका अभी क्या होगा और ये क्या बकवास कर रहा है ये कौन करता है तो इससे क्या होता है बट वही है वही मैंने कहा ना द थिंग इज शुड बी क्लियर इन योर माइंड टू एक्सेप्ट योर वीकनेस एंड वर्क ऑन इट एट मोस्ट टाइम वी डोंट एक्सेप्ट आवर वीकनेसेस मुझे लगता है कि चल जाएगा इससे इफ यू रियली वांट टू अचीव द डिजायर इज इंटेंस you will go to that level of effort. So one this thing APJ Abdul Kalam, there's Wings of Fire. When I was in class 8, so my father had given me that book. Summer vacations I was at Nani's house and I read the book. So there's one passage that I always remember. Whenever I am faced with failure or success, I remember that passage. It is that Abdul Kalam wanted to become an Air Force pilot. He did from IIT Madras and then he went to Dehradun to give the interview selection exam for Air Force pilot, Indian Air Force. There were 8 seats, 8 vacancies, and there were 25 candidates. Among that list, he came 9th. and he missed the selection of being an Air Force pilot. Air Force pilot, he missed that. So he was very dejected. It was his life's dream to become Air Force pilot. When he came back down from Mussoorie, this exam was, came back to Rishikesh. Rishikesh mein he took a bath in the Ganges and he went to ashram of one Shivanand was there, Swami Shivanand. He went into his ashram and then he saw his face and he asked, why you are so this thing, dejected or this that. He told his name. He told that my Muslim name evoked no emotion on his face, normal. Then he told that I wanted to become a pilot, I couldn't become. Then some lines he said that I always remember. The lines are, desire. Desire when it is intense possesses awesome electromagnetic energy. Desire when it is intense possesses awesome electromagnetic energy. Each night when you fall asleep, this energy goes into ether. Each morning comes back reinforced with cosmic currents. Something which has been imagined with pure heart will surely be accomplished. You can rely on this promise for ages to come. This is what he said. So that time he couldn't become pilot. What he became? President of India, the Supreme Commander of India's Armed Forces. This is what the vision is. If you have that kind of perspective, eventually things will move. So that he was such a great, I am a minor person, but that line inspires me a lot to accept the failures and move ahead. Umar abhi 37 हो गया.
37 हो गया. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल तो थैंक यू इतना एक पीसफुल जगह में ले आने के लिए. आई थिंक थोड़ा आवाज़ आएंगे हवा के जब ऐसी जगह पे खड़े होते हैं ना. और वेव्स की एक खासियत होता है कि जो ले जाता है वो वापस भी करके जाता है. ज़िंदगी को कैसे देख रहे हो 30 साल में?
ज़िंदगी को बहुत कुछ मतलब एक एवोल्यूशन है. लाइफ इज़ एन एवोल्यूशन. लाइफ शुड बी लिव टू द फुलेस्ट एट एवरी moment, and you should have a vision. Like you should have a vision of what you want to become in life. For everyone, there is a specific skill or specific interest in which they can rise. It's not IAS, not IPS, not doctor, engineer. Right, avenues are wide open. So whatever your interest or skill is, you have to become the best in that. Yeah, you have to become the best in that domain, and for that you need to have a vision that what you want to become in life along with the material things. Material thing is food, sleep, psychological needs only. So that Maslow's hierarchy you have read. Beyond physiological needs, you need to move ahead also. As a humans, you need to evolve. You have a vision. Vision could be unique to every person. It's not this thing specific to one person. It's unique to it, but you have to have something and work on it. Enjoy life to the fullest. Struggles will come, but if you view from the hindsight, the period of struggle are the most beautiful. The way you would have come up or way you would have failed, then you would have risen. So those periods you find are the most beautiful period. Like after 5 years of struggle, I prepared for 5 years UPSC. The result came. This was my last attempt. And you think of how we'll be feeling when the mains results is about to come. There have been last 4 mains results which I saw, and my number was not there. You are distraught. Like first attempt, you wrote, you saw, name is not there. Now you have to again work for 1 year. With new entrants coming up, already you go next day, 15% have cleared mains, and they will be giving interview, and only 4 or 5 of them will be clearing, or 3 of them will be clearing, and the rest of them again will be giving. Even though those have cleared till IPA, they will again give the exam. And you will think, how will I make it into it? Plus your life is going on, you are not earning anything. At times a lot of stress is there, but the thing is you need to persist. Persistence will eventually help you overcome a lot of things, and never blame the system. Like I remember there was one guy who lived nearby me, and he started doing coachings. He was earning good. He was earning 1 lakh at that time per month.
Where?
By doing in Rajendra Nagar.
Okay, अच्छा.
So he was earning 1 lakh per month, and so he wrote prelims. Then I scored 150 something.
Okay.
he scored 107 something. Cutoff was around 108 something. He just missed. So yeah, I remember he was telling this system is like this UPSC, just like a wall. Keep on breaking your head, nothing will happen. Very this thing, like that thing. So I didn't say anything to him that time, but I realized inside that like that is the negative approach people say. You start blaming the system. There are people who are consistently clearing the exam. There are people, but they have risen to that level. Now they are clearing. So you have to improve your levels, skills, work hard to that level. Then let's see what happens. Because so many people give the exam, there is no certainty. But in the process, you have to believe. If you start blaming the system is like this, then nothing will happen. Either, so that's negativity.
आपने एक बड़े अच्छे पॉइंट बोला. बेसिकली जो आप कह रहे हो इसका मेन मुद्दा यही है कि स्टिकिंग टू योर गोल. मे बी द सिचुएशंस अगेंस्ट यू, डिस्ट्रैक्शंस आएंगे, बट आपको उस जगह पे खड़े रहना है
और फीडबैक. टेक द फीडबैक की कमी क्या है मुझ में, जिसकी वजह से मेरा नहीं हो रहा है, कमी क्या है. टू गेट टू नो व्हाट आर द फ्लॉज and try to correct them. You have to take the feedback and in a positive sense. At times you will feel like मुझे मेरा बुराई कर रहा है. But feedback from a person who is competent, who has cleared the exam. You show him your answer sheet, you show him, discuss with him. Then you will realize what is the problem.
I want to get into that point, sir. जैसे आप बोल रहे थे ना, जब हर इंसान के एक पर्टिकुलर गोल होता है, जैसे आपके लिए था कि सिविल सर्विस क्रैक करना, बी इन द यूनिफॉर्म फोर्सेस. हर किसी का अपना अपना जोन होता है, उसमें लगे रहना होता है. कनेक्टिंग टू योर फेस, जैसे आप यू आर 37, यू आर मैरिड, यू आर अ फादर, दिस रोल हमारे में फिर भी थोड़ा अलग होता है क्योंकि अभी हम लोग सिंगल. इस जगह पे होके आपके अभी भी बहुत सारे और फोकस है नेक्स्ट 10 years डाउन द लाइन, 15 years डाउन द लाइन. आई एम नॉट सेइंग टू से दोस थिंग्स, बट होता है, एम्बिशंस तो है.
Everyone should be ambitious, and everyone should have goals at their next level. So as of now, it's to do good work. In the districts you are being given, it's a position of huge responsibility. In a district I am around 9 lakh population is there. So you have to ensure that there are no major law and order problems, and the petitions of the people in terms of grievances, in terms of law and order are addressed in a timely manner. Petition disposal is proper, like that the safety of property in terms of reducing the house breaking or theft offences. So these are the objectives that to administer district properly. It was a big responsibility. So in the future 4 or 5 years, this is the major objective, to administer districts and administer them properly, and ensure the rule of law. Use all my learnings, experiences, perspectives, whatever I have gained in effective implementation of law and order. As of now, this is the perspective. About future, no one can say.
मैं कुछ और चीज़ पूछने वाला था इसमें. मेरा पूछने का मतलब यही था कि आप एक चीज़ को लेके जूझते हो ना कि मुझे ये चीज़ अचीव करना है, ठीक है, बट हर कोई आपको एक अलग अलग रोल में भी देखना चाहते हैं. जैसे आपके पेरेंट्स चाहते हैं कि मेरे बेटे हमारे ये ध्यान रखें, योर वाइफ वांटिंग समथिंग, योर किड इज समथिंग. उस जगह पे खड़े होना, आदमी अकेला जूझ रहा है, वो लड़ाई कैसे होता है और आप किसी को बता भी नहीं सकते क्योंकि द वर्ल्ड ओनली वांट्स टू बी द मचो पुलिस मैन. योर पर्सनल जो प्रॉब्लम्स होते हैं, नोबडी इज रेडी टू लिसन टू दोस थिंग्स.
Correct. That time that you feel like that, but generally I am lucky in that respect. I have very supportive partner who has managed that aspect very well. So generally I have very less to bother regarding those things, be it my parents, be it child, be it the running of home affairs. So she being a highly qualified doctor, plus efficient manager, plus a strong emotional support, I feel that I am more free to depute my time and energy in terms of public service. Being a district SP entails like 24/7 work profile, and it demands that level of conviction. 24/7 into 365. The time you are never out of the district, even if you are on leave. Your district is like your child. So you have to look after it properly. You cannot leave being a parent. You cannot leave being an SP, district SP. So as of now, that future this aspect, okay, there are struggles for a man I would say before clearing the exam, there were much more struggles as an individual. How society judges you. Society will think, when I was preparing, like not back to back, not clearing, people were saying what you are doing. Are you wasting your time? Apply for some private job again, you will get it. This is waste of time. You are wasting the resources. If you have not cleared in once or first or second attempt, like it's become very difficult. So attitudes always are very negative from your surroundings. So that time you have to stand, take a stand. No, I want to do this. I will
But
give
वो
my.
आसान नहीं होता जितना
नहीं,
आसानी से आप कह रहे
सबसे
हो.
सबसे डिफिकल्ट तो वही था, बोल रहा हूँ ना. उसके वंस यू हैव क्लियर्ड द एग्जाम, थिंग्स बिकम अ लॉट इजी. Everything is segregated in their terms. But before that, because you have left your job, you are 31, 32. You have not earning 4-5 years. Plus society views in a certain way that he is over, everything is gone. So your family, जो supports you so much, they वो चिंता करते हैं तुम्हारे बारे में, इसलिए वो थोड़ा नेगेटिव हो जाते हैं कि क्या कर रहे हो, क्यों कर रहे हो, क्या होगा फ्यूचर इसका, मेरे बेटे का क्या करेगा आगे, इसलिए थोड़ा नेगेटिव हो जाते हैं. फादर्स हैव अ टेंडेंसी. बट वो फेस्ड, यू हैव टू, दैट इज द ट्रेड ऑफ परसिस्टेंस. उस समय आर यू एबल टू परसिस्ट और नॉट. लाइक मैंने बहुत लोगों को देखा तैयारी करते हुए, वो वेरी ब्राइट, मच ब्राइटर देन मी, जो फर्स्ट सेकेंड अटेम्प्ट में अच्छा कर रहे थे और आने के बाद लगा कि दे विल क्लियर. बट जैसे एक लड़का था तो उसका थर्ड अटेम्प्ट में फिर उसका वॉज वेरी ब्राइट था कि सबका था कि हो जाएगा उसका. थर्ड अटेम्प्ट में ही मिस्ड बाय सम मार्क्स, 2-3 मार्क्स. सो that I saw the total dedication level got down. He went to his native place, then he came during prelims, he wrote prelims, then he gave exam, same result, again went away, then got married, something like this. So
But away from the goal, distract ही हो गया एक तरह से.
नहीं हो जाते हैं. से एक मेरा फ्रेंड था, मेरा वेरी ब्राइट, माई स्कूल मेट था, मेरे स्कूल में मेरे साथ था, एंड टॉपर थ्रू आउट. IIM he cleared. He left IIM. He went preparing for UPSC 3 years before I started even preparing. So he used to be my icon. That UPSC पहले चला गया, and he cleared. First 2 attempts he gave 2 interviews. First 2 attempts he gave 2 interviews, didn't clear. Third attempt he didn't clear prelims. When he was giving 4th attempt, I was giving my first attempt.
Okay.
And he was outstanding student. I was very average. I used to get 40 rank, 45th rank. He used to get 4th, 3rd, like that only. Very bright. So, like, imagine the kind of this thing I am feeling. I would have been feeling. Such kind of students, I am going against the tide. I am average student. Plus, there are so many bright students, including some of my schoolmates. Like that, the guys who were cleared for IIT, BTech में ही, there were 3-4 guys मेरे स्कूल में who were preparing. ऐसे तो लाखों होंगे इंडिया में, तो कैसे होगा मेरा, whatever is there. So तब दिया, जब मेरा पहला अटेम्प्ट था उसका 4th अटेम्प्ट था, and he cleared mains. He gave interview, they didn't clear. फिर नेक्स्ट अटेम्प्ट, मेरा सेकंड अटेम्प्ट था, उसका 5th अटेम्प्ट होगा.
अच्छा.
मेरा सेकंड, उसका 5th अटेम्प्ट होगा. उसमें भी ही क्लियर्ड मेंस इंटरव्यू, 4th इंटरव्यू नहीं हुआ. उसके बाद 5th अटेम्प्ट, 6th अटेम्प्ट उसका होगा. मेरा 3rd अटेम्प्ट, मेरा उसका प्रीलिम नहीं हुआ. और उसके बाद फिर मेरा 4th अटेम्प्ट था, जो भी रहा उसका 7th अटेम्प्ट रहा होगा. उसमें उसका फिर मेंस नहीं हुआ. उसके बाद लास्ट अटेम्प्ट मुझे दिखा था, वो जब मेंस लिखने गया था मैं, तो उसका फिर मेंस नहीं हुआ, उसमें मेरा हो गया. तो दिस इज़ द थिंग दैट ही वॉज ब्राइट, ही क्लियर्ड, ही गेव, बट द फेलियर्स, द लेवल, डेडिकेशन, एवरीथिंग गॉट ऑल्टर्ड. ही वेंट बैक टू लखनऊ. whatever I was stayed in Delhi throughout 5 years. Whoever said what I didn't give him to anyone. I stayed there, wore chappal, went there to library, studied, whatever, but I didn't give up. He went to Lucknow. He was bright, he was preparing, but with that kind of improvement you cannot done. Improvement you cannot do in like in your silo or कुएं का मेढक बंद करके. You have to be there amongst the people who are clearing the exam and see them what they are doing that you are not doing. Gauge your strategy, improve it, and then give. So I told you one story that despite being bright, had given 4 interviews already. Still the difference was there. Couldn't make it finally.
क्या लगता है कि अगर आपको तमिलनाडु कैडर नहीं मिलता, ऐसे कुछ चीज़ें हैं जो आपको सीखने का मौका नहीं मिलता या आपने पर्सनल ग्रोथ देखा है और इसका एक ही वजह है दिस कैडर या दिस प्लेस हैज़ मेड यू लाइक दैट इन योर पर्सनल ग्रोथ?
अपने ओवरऑल पर्सनल ग्रोथ तो बहुत ज़्यादा तैयारी के टाइम में हुई थी व्हेन यू फेस दैट काइंड ऑफ अगेंस्ट द टाइड एंड यू आर एबल टू go through it, like something which doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So वही बात थी. So कार्डर मिलने के बाद the thing is diversity. Like हम अपने साइलोज में रहते हैं नॉर्थ इंडियन स्टेट्स में, हिंदी में हमें पता नहीं होता. हम एक डब करते हैं कि साउथ इंडिया, वो कंबाइंड है, तेलुगु, आंध्रा,
कोई भी स्टेट
कर्नाटका,
साउथ इंडिया
वो कंबाइंड है. कि डाइवर्सिटी हम फिगर आउट नहीं कर पाते हैं. तो एट टाइम्स हम स्टीरियोटाइप करने लगते हैं. बहुत सारे फेयर्स हैं, नोशंस हैं उस वहाँ पर रह करके जो मुझे भी थे. बट आने के बाद, उन्हीं के बीच में काम करने के बाद, डिस्ट्रिक्ट एसपी बनने के बाद यू रियलाइज कि इट्स ऑल मेंटल ब्लॉक्स. कुछ नहीं है, सब मेंटल ब्लॉक्स हैं जिनको रिमूव करके हमें आगे बढ़ना होता है. प्लस डाइवर्सिटी ऑफ इंडिया, लाइक व्हाट इंडिया ट्रूली इज, आई थिंक योर पर्सपेक्टिव बिकम्स मच मोर क्लियर वर्किंग एट दिस प्लेस बिकॉज you adopt the local culture, you learn the local language, you have to win the WHAM, WHM, win hearts and minds, win the hearts and minds of the common people. Then only you will be able to effectively run the administration. If you remain in your silo, if you're not able to reach out to the people, masses, then it's of this service of no use. Means this IAS, IPS service only really you can, this is when you connect with the people, and for that you have to learn their language, learn their culture. They should feel that you are kind of one among them. So that diversity of India, India is a bouquet of flowers with different colors, which makes it even more beautiful. You saw Pongal festival yesterday, how beautiful they decorate, beautiful colors, the tradition, everything, it's so beautiful. So you get that perspective that you didn't had earlier, that diversity perspective.
I want to interrupting, sorry. I want to tell you, show that boat. That boat is going. If you can show that boat. जिंदगी भी ऐसा है क्या सर? देखो वो अगेंस्ट द टाइड अकेला जा रहा है और कोई नहीं अकेला जा रहा है, ऐसा लगता है? Life is something like that.
Against the tide अकेला जा रहा है. At a level definitely. If you are not competent enough, if you are not
सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस का बूस्टर क्या था?
If you are competent enough, competent I said.
नहीं, मैं कह रहा हूँ जब आप अकेला लड़ रहे हो ना, उस टाइम पे अकेला एक सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस चाहिए. उसके लिए आपका बूस्टर क्या चाहिए?
वो एक डे ड्रीमिंग होता है. डे ड्रीमिंग
बिलीव करते हो इसमें?
वो एक डे ड्रीमिंग होता है. वो होता है उस समय तुम ऐसे हो ना, तुम ढंग के कपड़े पहनते हो, कुछ भी मिलता है डाल करके निकल जाते हो चप्पल पहन करके. तो बाल भी ऐसे ही नहीं कटाए हैं, दाढ़ी भी नहीं, कुछ नहीं किया है, ऐसे ही घूम रहे हो जो है. व्हाट इज़ दैट? डे ड्रीमिंग. यू क्लोज योर आइज, यू सी योर सेल्फ इन लबासना wearing that black this thing, band gala. Then you close your eyes, you see yourself in Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel National Police Academy. You see there yourself there running or in the pool or gymming, or you see yourself in the dress with all this thing, biceps and that personality. Just imagine, you might not have anything, you might not have personality, you might not have that level of scholarliness, you might not have that level of to clear this exam, but daydreaming will eventually lead you to work hard to bridge the gap between what you are and what you are dreaming. Continuous daydreaming is very, very, very important. If you have a goal, you should daydream. You should see yourself in that role again. Initially it might feel it's a foolish exercise, but in very long term you will see that because you are thinking about that thing, you are attracting those things. It might be this thing, just kind of mythology, or this people might think. But from my experience, if you believe those things and keep on dreaming, your actions will be like that. They attract those things. They will attract those people. who will be supportive in your
मैनिफेस्टेशन की बात कर रहा
हाँ,
हूँ
manifestation. You will attract those people who are supportive in your goal, who help you reach that place, and your actions will be also such. You will increase your level of dedication, hard work, everything. You will bridge the gap. So, daydreaming is very important. It manifests continuous, not just 2 days, 3 days. It has to be over the years. Over the years with backup, with consistent effort plus feedback. So it will lead you eventually, whatever your dream be. If you want to become the best videographer, best music recorder or whatever, it's a continuous process, because what happen now, if you keep on dreaming and keep on working, you will keep on accumulating the skills that are required. Eventually you will be becoming better and better and better in your field. And once you have reached a critical threshold, you will become someone.
So what is exactly the name of this place, sir?
So this is Velankani Church, a very famous and old church, and one of the holiest Christian shrines of Tamil Nadu. So there is a very big festival during August month. So around 5 lakh people assemble here for the day, and that side we were there. There the flag is hosted. So for flag hosting ceremony, around 5 lakh people come. Everywhere there is a crowd.
5 lakh means among the Tamil Nadu or?
No, from everywhere they come, and it's very from every building, every nook and corner is extremely crowded. So then 10 days later, then there is flag. This thing flag is taken off. For that there is ceremony. Same thing. Then also around 5 lakh people will come. So big bandobast is there. One of the biggest bandobast in Tamil Nadu.
I think it's crowded still today only. While we are shooting, there's a lot of crowd. I think this is the Pongal crowd, no? Pongal festival crowd.
During leaves, weekends, Saturday, Sunday, a lot of crowd comes.
Okay.
So right now, because of Pongal in Tamil Nadu, there is leaves. There are so a lot of people are coming from various parts of Tamil Nadu, also from Karnataka, from Goa. A lot of people are coming. So weekends or on holiday days, lot of crowd is there. So we need special bandobast on those days.
What is the main focus जब आप ये बंदोबस्त पे ध्यान देते हो? What are the main focus you look into कि this things has to be very right at point so that no sort of chaos happens during the festivities?
For that, we'll have to put proper strength and ensure that the choke points are clear, that there are no blockages, that suddenly a lot of crowding takes place and there is stampede. For our first priority is to avoid any stampede, and for that we'll have to monitor the choke points and ensure that there is smooth flow of people. Like when the flag is hosted, everyone wants to go out.
Okay.
So 5 lakh people trying to go out at once, it creates a lot of rush. So that time we have to put the strength and ensure that the movement is proper. Wherever there is a rush, we'll have to speed up. Like that, everyone will start to take out their vehicles at the same time. So parking, there would be around 20,000 vehicles parked there.
Okay.
So at the same point, if everyone takes the vehicle, it will be full jam. So for that also, traffic bandobast is separate, crowd bandobast is separate. Like that, the church crowd management is separate. There is a stair which goes around.
Okay.
There is kind of ratha that goes around. So for that also, we have to put rope-based boxes to control the crowd.
Like how was it? It's what difficult because जितना मुझे पता है, आप लखनऊ से belong करते हो. You know that was a different culture. You know UP has also a different culture. Cut to that, understanding these rituals.
Yeah.
Policing की SOPs ठीक है, that you are being taught, you are being learned with, okay.
Right.
But ये जो एक नुस्खा होता है, ये छोटा-छोटा चीज़ समझना. How was it in initial?
So initially it's a bit difficult, but with time you get to learn the language because you have to interact with people, and language is a must. Without language you can't expect to work as SP in a district. Be it any state, be it Odisha, be it Gujarat, be it Maharashtra, you have to learn the local language. That's a must for an IPS or IAS officer. And you need to be conversant with the local public. So with time it comes. If you keep on working hard, it will come automatically. And doing like ASP, you will be part of bandobast. As SP, you will be supervising whole bandobast. So with time and doing bandobast, you get to learn. So it comes from trial and error and constant efforts and desire to learn the language and have a broad perspective regarding diversity. You have to accept that India is a diverse country and diversity is the soul of India. If you have that concept in your mind, you will accept the language, the culture, you will adapt to it, and when you do that, people will give you 1,000 times more love and respect.
Like, I don't know, this will be a very silly question to you, but when you came to know that you got a cadet of this, was it a shocking at certain point of time, or you thought, okay, we'll win the hearts there also?
No, the thing was, I had got IRS at the first service.
Okay.
So what my dream and desire was to become IPS. So cadre was not much of a significance then. I just wanted
love for uniform.
I just wanted to get that IPS.
Okay.
So once I got IPS, my joy knew no bounds, and I was ready for whatever cadre I get. Initially, there is a bit of difficulty regarding the language and culture, but that's all in the mind only. Once you clear that mental block, everything will come to you automatically.
Okay.
So whatever I would have thought earlier, my fears would be there. But right now I feel so good being in Tamil Nadu. I feel it is one of the best cadre to work, and there's a lot of respect for everyone, for the officers in this cadre. You have power, you have respect, you have the challenges that make the job satisfying, and it's very professional cadre. So I am very happy that God blessed me with Tamil Nadu cadre, and I would like to serve with the best of my strength, my energies and my abilities.
You know, recently when I was doing a podcast with Mukesh sir, so he was the ex-DGP of Goa. तो उन्होंने मुझे एक चीज़ बताया कि बाकी जगह की एक पुलिसिंग होता है, कोस्टल बेल्ट की एक अलग पुलिसिंग होता है, who served on those zones only they will understand. How is it in reality?
So, lot of things are there, like coastal areas bring some internal security challenges, like what we saw in 26/11 Mumbai attacks. Plus, like we have a Sri Lanka nearby. So there are cases of smuggling ganja and smuggling gold. So we have to be pretty active trying to curb that. Like 2 months back, we secured 300 kg ganja, which was to be sent to Sri Lanka through boats. 2 months before that, we secured another 300 kg of ganja. Also, some gold smuggling keeps happening. So regarding that, also we have activated our sources. So that is one aspect. Plus, then there are fishermen community. The fishermen community are very distinct in their own right. Like they're very simple people and very hard-working people. Some of them are very poor also. So one must have an empathy to deal with the fishermen issues. They're very
What is that,
emotional.
if you can brief, like empathy to...
Like, they are very emotional. At times, if you don't address the issue, going into the subjectivity of their emotions, it might lead to issues. Like earlier, there have been some issues, fishermen group clashes or other things. So that you need to have some, not pure objectivity. You need to go to the subjectivity of the their emotions, and then deal the situation at the level of using your emotional intelligence more than your normal IQ. So that will be helpful. Before this, I worked in Tiruchendur, so there were 14 fishing villages.
That was
fishermen
also
villages.
coastal belt.
Yeah. So that experience, I dealt with lot of fishermen problems, went inside there, talked with them, at times resolved the issues. So that gave me the confidence that I can work with the coastal belt, with the fishermen, winning their confidence and solving their issues.
इसमें सर थोड़ा मैं डीप डाउन इनसाइड जाना चाहता हूँ. जैसे हम लोग वी कम फ्रॉम द रूरल बैकग्राउंड और ये तो सिटी बैकग्राउंड, हम लोग को ये चीज़ें समझ नहीं आएगी जो प्रॉब्लम की आप बात कर रहे हो. अगर इसका कोई अगर छोटा सा आप एग्जाम्पल दोगे कि व्हाट इज़ द प्रॉब्लम यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट फिशरमैन.
तो इस चीज़ के लिए, जैसे आप गांव में रहते हो, आप शहर से आए हो, आपकी एक सर्टेन नोशन है, लाइफ ऐसी होनी चाहिए, लाइफ ऐसी होनी चाहिए,
Expectation.
हाँ, सब कुछ ऑब्जेक्टिव वे में होना चाहिए, मॉडर्न वे में होना चाहिए, मॉडर्न कल्चर है, व्हाट यू वॉच ऑन नेटफ्लिक्स और अमेजॉन प्राइम, उस तरह की लाइफ होनी चाहिए. अगर वैसा नहीं है तो गलत है. आज के टाइम में हर जगह ऐसा नहीं होता. देर आर मॉडर्नाइजेशन, वेज ऑफ मॉडर्नाइजेशन. सम जगह मॉडर्नाइजेशन ज़्यादा हुआ है, सम जगह कम हुआ है कुछ जगह पर. तो जहाँ पर उस लेवल तक नहीं पहुँचा है तो आपको उस लेवल पे जाकर डील करना होता है. तो क्योंकि मैं भले ही शहर में पला बड़ा हूँ, बट मेरा संबंध गाँव से है. मेरे माई फादर इज़ फ्रॉम विलेज in Azamgarh. My mother is from Jaunpur, and I was born in Varanasi. So being there every year, I spend 2 months in the villages only. So I have that sensibility of knowing that at a certain level you have to go into the level of the emotions and tap the emotional intelligence to solve their problems. Going with strict objectivity will only lead to problems. So understand, try to comprehend what the situation, how the situation is comprehended by them, what it means to them, what it emotionally means to them. If you get gauged to get their emotions, then I think they will also respond at the same frequency.